Yes, yes, the allegations are true. In September 13th, 2023, I did kill a man. But that's a story for another video. I saw this on my For You page, and I'm just gonna rip the band-aid off. This guy has every allegation there is.
The allegations that I'm aware of at this point are that I neglect my children, I'm anti-LGBTQIA+, I'm a Nazi, apparently I'm still considered to be a member of the KKK, I am unemployed, I groomed my wife, which is insane to say out loud.
The truth about the new accusations. New accusations? I'm saying this right now. I've never ever even heard of this guy before. Like, not in any disrespectful way, but like, I've just not really seen his content. And this is his most popular video. The truth about the new accusations. I don't know what the old ones were. When I first saw this, I thought this video was satire. Like a satire kind of response. No. These are actual allegations against him. The whole neglecting my child thing, the anti-LGBTQ, being a Nazi, KKK member, unemployed, well, that one's true, grooming my wife, and I don't care about this. When I watched this video, I was expecting, like, satire, expecting it to be more funny because of how outrageous all these allegations really are. No, he was being completely serious, and these are actual things everyone's making fun of this guy about. I digged a little deeper. I only digged for an hour, but I digged a little deeper. Gaming for whore? Is that what I was gonna say? Gaming for hope after 5 years of neglecting his child in content creation, realizing he's getting avoided by every OWC Overwatch team. I don't know. Overwatch team for his political views. I'm going to be talking about all the allegations that he kind of brought up here. And his neglecting his child thing. Literally his response, I'll play it for him.
Basically what was going on there is my kid was crying. My youngest son, Cassian, was crying in the background. My stream is actually in our bedroom. And he's 6 months old, so he has a bassinet that's next to our bed, so he was being put down for bed about that time, and my wife was with him, so he was not being neglected. My wife is a stay-at-home mom, so her entire life is built around making our home wonderful and raising our children in a very direct, consistent way while I continue to earn a living and provide for the family. Kids do cry, in case you didn't know that. Some of you, I don't think, have ever had children, which is fine. But you do need to be a little more sensitive to the fact that kids cry. That's just their way of communicating. They cry when they need change. They cry when they're hungry. They cry when they're cold. They cry when they're hot. You get the idea? They cry a lot. And if you've watched any of my streams for more than just that one clip's duration, you know that, especially during the nights that I'm not in a scrim, which is like literally every one of them besides that one because I was just trialing for a scrim team, I walk away after that game. When I'm done with the game and my wife needs something, I have a BRB scene specifically so that I can walk away from my stream and people know that I'm gone for a minute. Because my wife does need my help sometimes. My streams also lie about the middle of them is when my kids go to bed. I usually walk away from here for a minute to go say goodnight to them, tuck them in, and then I come back. The audacity for people to think that I don't care about my children or that I'm neglecting them is astronomical.
Okay, not the worst response. I mean, I don't know the proof, like, I don't really know if he's telling the truth because I don't know him. Chad for Hope ignores his crying child to prioritize losing his 3.1k elo scrim. Yeah, he has like a crib next to his gaming setup, so yeah, you're gonna hear his child cry every once in a while, which I'm honestly not that mad about. I'd say that's actually a good thing because you're playing games and watching your kid. Sure is an intense game, but like you gotta do something. He says he has like a stay-at-home wife and she does take care of the kids, and in other moments he also helps. He also tries to help with his kid. So with this allegation, I think he beat, okay? I think he beat the allegation here. Now with the LGBTQ one.
Yes, I have my own personal beliefs as a Christian, but those beliefs are anchored by the idea that you are to love your neighbor as yourself. And I know that while the Bible calls many of the LGBTQIA plus community identifications sin, that does not mean that I am without fault. I make mistakes constantly. And the Bible has no hierarchy to sin. There is no, the LGBT is the worst, although some Christians would have you believe that. There's just no factual basis for that. My lying on occasion, little white lie, even just a little, you steal a paperclip from your office, that's still as bad in God's mind, according to the Bible, as anything else that's listed as sin in the Bible. It's all the same to him. At my core, you will never, ever, 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 ever be able to find a place where I am disrespectful towards someone because of their gender identity, sexual orientation, or the like. I can promise you that. I obviously made a video about Venture when they were released into the game, and notice even as I'm talking about Venture now, I still use their preferred pronouns, even though I don't personally align with it, which I said then and I stand by it now. My personal beliefs should never impact the way that I respect and treat other people, period. I want you to know, when I posted that video about Venture, I pissed off Christians that I know personally because I wouldn't outright say that I hate. And I mean this is genuine, because I wouldn't say that I hate the LGBT. Funny clip of me jumping over the rainbow crosswalk at Midtown. I thought that was quite funny. It was completely out of context. The top portion of my camera feed was, I don't even know where they grabbed that. That's kind of funny. Probably my Doomfist video where I'm jumping around a lot. But the other thing is, that gameplay is not my footage. And the line that was said is the only thing that was actually real, and I want to give the context to that. I basically said something along the lines of, I don't do the whole preferred pronouns thing. Someone asked me right before that what my preferred pronouns were, and I said to them something strongly along the lines of, you can call me by what I present to you, because I believe that's how it should be. I don't really go the preferred pronouns route for me. For me.
He kind of admitted that he didn't support the LGBTQ because he's a Christian. That doesn't align with his beliefs, but he's not like purposely being disrespectful. He's not going out of his way to hurt anyone. There is this one clip where he says it's fake, and it 100% actually is. Because you can literally see, hang on, I don't know if he plays like the full thing. It would help his case if he did. He did not. But at the end, you can literally see like the lighting from here. And in this gameplay that we're seeing right here, the lighting does not change at all.
Coming for Hope almost forgets what map he's on.
I don't really go the whole preferred pronouns route. I don't really go the whole preferred pronouns route.
I'll try to find this clip eventually, but you can actually see the lighting's off from the actual gameplay. I don't think this was actually him. Like, it was out of context, basically, with the gameplay here. He kind of beat the allegation. He kind of admitted it. We go 50-50 here. He is kind of against the LGBTQ. So, Gaming for Hope, you're doing okay, alright? You're doing okay. Now is Nazi. Oh. Perfect. Just perfect. This was like the dumbest one. He did not beat the allegation here. He said it's not the Nazi salute because he's doing it with his left arm. And he's right. The Nazi salute's supposed to be with your right.
I am a Nazi, according to them. So, I mean, you're seeing the image on your screen right now. Fair enough that you see that at first glance, but there are two key important things. Number one is the one thing that a simple Google search of what a Nazi salute looks like would have answered for you. I used the wrong hand. If it was an actual Nazi salute, it would have been my right hand, and your left hand, you would have been shot and killed in the Nazi Germany. So, little history lesson for you there. But the more important thing is that was a screenshot from one of my videos that was taken completely out of context where I used that motion. You are welcome to go watch it. I have referenced it on my Twitter. You can go check that out. It is a direct link to the timestamp, and then you can go back and look in context. I was discussing the fact that I was kind of using the motion to project the future. It had nothing to do with Nazi Germany.
Dude, okay, there is no shot. I did not hear that part before because I was so stuck with the stupid ass left hand thing. Look back at this. Look back.
Days to Die content that the Let's Play content wasn't working, but I hadn't yet realized it was the Let's Play part of it that was the problem. Continuing down the Let's Play path, I decided to just add Ark Survival.
That's a really strange pose to like envision the future. the camera angle is kind of why it's perceived as that. I said before he didn't beat the allegations because I straight up did not hear this part. I'm glad I went back and I actually checked it out. I don't know what to even add. It reminds me of that one dude that's like Megatron or something. I'll play that.
Shut up, Megatron. I went to say Megatron, but TikTok or my phone decided to glitch at the very wrong second as...
Damn, okay, he beat the allegations again. Congrats. Congrats, Gaming for Hope.
This one, I kind of understood why people saw it after it was explained to me. My old Patreon tiers used to be starting with the letter K, and there were 3 of them, so people kind of associated KKK. Now, if it was just normal words that started with the letter K, I could understand why people would be reading into way too much. But the word contributor, which was one of the tiers, for instance, starts with the letter C, but I spelled it with a K. The word nobility starts with the letter N, but I added the silent K at the beginning. The word crusader and contributor, I think I already said contributor. Both of those words start with the letter C, and I used the K. Now, the reason for that is my community is referred to as the kinship, as in a brother and sisterhood. The reason I used the word kinship, by the way, is because it is a gender-neutral term. So I used that, went forward with it, and decided I wanted to try and brand around the idea of using the letter K to keep things consistent. It never even occurred to me that people would read into that to that depth. But unfortunately, the thing that compounded it that I wasn't told until significantly later is that my logo over the top of a shield was very similar to some KKK iconography back in the day. A simple history Google search would have taught me that, but it's not something that I ever really would have thought about because, in fairness, I'm not part of the KKK.
All of these words started with the letter C or N, and you decide to add a K on them. And the initials of your gaming clan or whatever it is KKK. How would you not consider that? Like the KKK like symbol thing, I get that. I didn't even know that. Like I would have just thought it was like a cross and some weird symbol next to it, but the initials K K K. How do you not think of this? How else do you think it would be perceived? Okay, I want to take your word. I think I will because that's just stupid. Am I wrong? Am I wrong for thinking that? That is genuinely just such a stupid thing to do. In what consciousness, in what realm, in what place of being would that be a good idea? Well, dude, I literally just searched up Gaming for Hope on TikTok and everyone in the comments just praying for his hate. Just everyone is like, oh my god, I've waited for this day. Gaming for Hope hate. Oh. Like, they're actually begging for his downfall. Yeah, one of the comments... Okay, let me read some of the comments. Beta divorce papers. We win next fight. Can someone give me this guy's lore? I've only seen him neglect his kid in the background so far. Maybe he didn't beat the kid allegation. Maybe that's like the only clip he played. Maybe there's a lot more.
Gaming for Hope takes control while his team is AFK.
I don't know. I'm really going to new waters with this Overwatch community. I can't believe they're still here. Because, again, Rivals. I don't know if I'm using Marvel Rivals gameplay for this video. I might be doing Apex, because me and my friends have been playing that. I think that's his worst sin, by the way, is playing Overwatch. Like, he can neglect his kids, he can be homophobic, he can hate minorities, like, that's all completely okay. But him playing Overwatch, that's where I cross the line. Like, actually do something more productive with your time, instead of playing fucking Overwatch and playing Zarya. I don't think I ever touched a Zarya once while playing Overwatch. No. I think he did beat the allegations, but with the added factor that he pretty ignorant. Because I don't know how you don't immediately think of that when your gaming clan is... I don't even remember. Something Crusader. It was like Crusader at the end.
Of last year, I did leave the teller job that I referenced in my OWCS roadmap video. I left that job not because we were finally at the goals that I was trying to achieve at the time, which was to have a 6-month emergency fund and our debts completely paid off, but because I had been denied a promotion that I was promised from the beginning for the 4th time in a row, despite having every metric checked and then some. My manager continued to move the goalpost and say, well, you need to do this now. Well, you need to do this now. Well, you need to do this now. I needed the raise that came with that to continue to support my family at a high level. I realized I could go make better money than even the promotion running rideshare. So that's exactly what I did. We get a new auto loan, so I'm like, well, crud, now I'm in a pickle. We have one car. We are about to have As a matter of fact, we had already had my third child, and we had 2 sedans. We were 2 cars everywhere we went. And now we're down to 1 car that can't fit all of our family, so now I'm in a pickle. I start driving that car around for rideshare, and then it throws a check engine light that was critical. You cannot drive it. It was a flashing check engine light. So I pulled it over, and we took it to the shop, and I couldn't drive it anymore. So now what do? In essence, we still had some funds in emergency, and I'm like, you know what? The content seems to be picking up a little bit. What if I just hit the gas pedal a little bit? So I talked to my wonderful bride and was like, look, if you want me to go get another job right now, I'll go do it. Not hesitating one time. However, if you're cool with me taking a little bit of a risk for the next couple months, I'd like to. And she was completely okay with it. And by the way, that's how marriage works. Communication. If she had said, I'm not cool with it, the end of the day, again, for me as a Christian, I'm going to die to myself and what I want to do in order to serve and love my wife. That is what I'm called to do as a Christian dude. Emergency fund had dried up after that little stint of doing my best to gear everything up, and I didn't have any real revenue coming in that was allowing me to support my family, even at the low level of our bills at the time. It was time for me to get a job, so I did. Didn't hesitate. As soon as the moment hit that I realized, I was like, well, we're cooked if I don't get a job. I went and got a job. My family comes first, and anybody who has watched my stream for more than maybe 30 or 45 minutes knows that. I still want to be a full-time content creator in the grand scheme of things. The competitive stuff is a short-term goal of mine, and if I fail, I fail. A lot of people think that I'm so delusional that I think that I have no chance of failure. I have a very high chance of failure, but I'm willing to fail. I don't care. Failure is part of how you learn and grow in your life. If you consistently stay inside your comfort zone, you will never grow. I am willing to push myself outside of it and fail in the worst case scenario.
Wow, we're moving right to grooming his wife. But honestly, I think he beat the unemployment allegations. I don't know what else to say. He had a heartfelt story. You know, I felt that. I hope he's not lying out of his ass, because then I'm a total sucker. But damn, I felt that. And like that speech at the end, it's like grabbing my heart. It's like pumping it. I think people don't like this guy because he's actually butt at Overwatch. I think that's the main reason. But dude, he's passionate about it. He's gonna keep going, and you're not gonna stop him. Okay, he didn't even have to beat the unemployed allegations because, you know, having a job is really, really bad. Do not get a job. He won me over with that. He beat an allegation. Like, fully. There's, like, not even anything I can really put there.
The accusations of me grooming my wife, wild that people think that is actually a thing that happened. On May 7th, 2019, I posted a video about pleasing your spouse, how to essentially take care of your spouse and love on them. It's not a sexual thing. Don't get weird. I referred to my wife at the time, and a lot of you assumed that I was referring to my current wife, Rachel. Many of you don't know this because I don't talk about it a lot. I've been married one other time. She cheated. So I left because I don't put up with that crap. That's the end of it. I was married before. That was who I was referring to in that video. But I don't have any reason to remove that video because it was still some valid advice.
Dude, there's a whole account bullying this guy. Okay, I got distracted watching someone bully this guy. Is he like just a punching bag or some shit? Dude, I feel bad. Okay, I was saving this. I don't know what this is.
Apparently a rumor that's floating around. Don't know where it's come from. I don't know why it's out there. I have my own suspicions, but that doesn't matter. The important thing is, no, at no point was I ever going to meet with a 13-year-old boy. Absolutely insane that I even have to say those words out loud, but please know that if there's a rumor floating around that you come into touch with that has anything to do with me meeting with a 13-year-old boy, it definitely was not a real thing. I would challenge you to reach out to me and let me know who is perpetuating these things so that I can continue to report the accounts to the police. I do think I understand who it is, but every account helps push the case further. So if you do get these kinds of rumors sent to you or you come across them, please link me these accounts so that I can get them sent off to the police. I appreciate all of your help. We'll keep pushing forward.
I saw this, and I think this but this tweet actually sums everything up perfectly. The Game for Hope stuff is so funny to me particularly because this guy seems generally like a normally uncontroversial dude, but he keeps making the absolute worst financial choices and the worst responses to mild trolling. And he's right. I think that's it. He has an allegation of meeting up with a minor. He has an allegation of grooming his wife. He has an allegation of being unemployed. allegation of being a KKK member, an allegation of being a Nazi, an allegation of being anti-LGBTQ, allegation of neglecting his children. Because this guy keeps responding to just trolls, I have a prediction. In a year, I don't even think a year. In a couple months, I think this guy's just gonna be a lolcow. And you know what? Financially, that might honestly be good for him. Financially, I think that might be the best thing for him to do. Because look at this. Just 3 weeks, this is his most viewed video. Sure, it's only 59K, but he also got so much publicity from this. That was the Gaming for Hope situation. I don't think I'm ever going to talk about this guy again, but he made a very interesting video. It was interesting enough that I wanted to talk about it. Thank you all for watching. There's nothing else to be said, so goodbye.